Woke up in the light of a sky unknown, lost in a land where legends are grown. The wind whispers secrets, a destiny's vow. No turning back, it all starts now. Fractures unseen, fate handed us keys to a war machine. Mountains will shake under each step we take. One wrong move, our home's at stake. Another world is calling, can't ignore the signs. Hope rides on us, it's a race with time. If we fail this battle, the line will bend. Two worlds will fall, it's the ultimate end.
Hello everyone, welcome back to True Hero Episode 3. Last episode, the party got into a combat. The general recap is that they've been summoned from another world to become heroes here to stop the darkness from consuming all life on this world, because if they fail here, their world is next, and there is nothing their world can do to stop this. Not even a nuclear weapon will stop this thing from happening. So they have to rely on special people with these seeds of divine essence, these seeds of power. And each one of these party members here have that seed. But their world doesn't really help it grow, but this world will. So they've been summoned over by Tsukiyomi Ryo, the brother to Krystalia. The guide of their world is Tsukiyomi, the guide of this world is Krystalia, but she's gone missing. Her brother fears she has been corrupted by the darkness. They are tasked with becoming strong enough to take on the four corrupted beings of this darkness, to push it back, pretty much removing its frontline general and pushing it back. But they have locked themselves away in these massive crystalline towers that they will need to definitely grow stronger to take on. And their first step at growing stronger when they arrived in this new world was witnessing a group of bandits robbing what looks to be a young lad who is coming back from delivering goods from his family's farm. They stepped in, and the bandits were clearly not understanding what they were getting at or who they were, and they were trying to reason with him for some reason. And then the bandits were like, you know what, just kill him. And so a fight ensued, where after a few rounds of combat, the Crab of Doom ended the last enemy with execution style. The Crab of Doom afterwards poofing into a bubble of water as Nora dismissed her pet. Now they stand in front, surrounded by bodies, and the young lad hops off his cart. He's probably stands about, average height for a 16-year-old, maybe a little taller at like 5'8", 5'9". And he runs over, grabs the hand of Ashton. Thank you so much for saving me. I was pretty sure I was gonna die, even if I gave them everything I had.
Yeah, of course, because we're heroes, and that is exactly what we do.
And I just step forward. Are you okay, I see you seem to be a merchant. Are you okay, my friend?
Yes. Oh, by the way, my name is Ike. Ike Greenfield.
Ike.
Yeah.
I'm
yes.
Ruben. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Do bandits normally attack merchants and
yes.
other people?
In video games, that's usually how it works. I whispered.
On this road, not too often, but ever since, the monsters have gotten a little bit more active, they've been pushed out of their regular prowling grounds, and so I know it was dumb of me to go on my own, but my sister's missing, and my father's too old to do this.
Yoshimura just materializes next to this kid out of the shadows.
Ah!
Oh yeah, you're invisible.
Yeah. And he
Oh.
just kind of looks around at all of the bodies and looks at this kid and looks at the cart, and he's like, honestly, this feels a lot more like home than I expected it to.
You killed people on the regular?
I'm sorry,
Well,
what?
Aren't you adventurers? Isn't this normal for you? I
Wait,
mean,
wait,
Not
guys.
really.
by the way, I need you all to make a generic
Trauma test.
trauma test to go against that madness test. Let me freaking pull that up somewhere. I gotta figure out what that is.
Oh no,
Oh,
Ashton.
buddies.
Oh no.
I don't know. I got an 8.
We got a lot of
Hearts.
kings going on
Holy
here.
moly. Where the heck is this thing at? One moment, people. I'm trying to find. I'm looking at the PDF here. And I'm trying to find. Do any of you know the page number for the madness conditions?
One sec. I'm
Got it.
right on it. Let me close you guys. Get you. It's 66.
Page 66.
I get it, madness 66.
All right. So you need to beat a. Let's see here. Where does it
I
say
failed.
what the? What's the DV? The difficulty value? I can't see.
Let's see. Let's see. So when a hero faces,
Oh, here it
it's
is.
a variable difficulty value
Of
ranging
7.
from 5 to 10
Well, right here,
on the situation.
this one says that.
It says
that's
it varies
carrying.
depending on the situation, so it's up to you.
so
I got it.
5
I
to
got
10
it.
though.
I got it. I'm gonna say this is killing people. So I'm gonna say this is a 7. You need to beat a DV value of 7. We've got
I got
a.
an 8.
All right, king, queen,
8.
2, 8. All right, so Ashton is the only one that fails this. Ashton, you take a point of madness. However, that has no effect currently. Just don't get another one.
Okay. As I was saying real quick, do you guys feel like we got any experience points from that?
What is he talking about?
Oh,
Don't listen to my friend here, and I just kind of like shush Ashton.
I mean, it's just something like
Yoshi
stronger.
just does like this number and just like wipes the blood off of his katana and puts it away, and he's like,
Would you possibly be able to take us to the nearest town? We're kind of lost, you see.
Yeah, I can do that. That's easy. Just hop on the cart. I'll take you to my hometown. We're already about a little over halfway there.
Thank you.
I'm gonna loot the bodies.
So sorry for the inconvenience. And I step inside
You're
the cart.
gonna loot the bodies?
"Yep,
Oh shit.
Yoshi is absolutely gonna help her roll these corpses to look for change."
Thank
Skyrim
you
style,
for
yeah.
The soldier and the assassin.
you pat down the corpses of the bandits. You both overall you fought. I believe you fought 5 of them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yes.
find 6 times 5, 30 copper coins. And what was that page for? For items, Rapid?
Let's see.
I need to print these
Items
off.
is 77 onwards.
77. Thank you. So you find also some worn out explorer's gear. Some explorer's armor or explorer's clothes.
Ooh. Resistance 1 damage from normal distance combat techniques.
Yep. So you find 5 of these. If you want to strip these people naked, it will take just a little bit, but it's possible. Ike doesn't seem too bothered by this. He's just kind of asks you to, could you please drag them to the woods so that the beasts can eat them off the road?
I'm gonna
He's
look
making
at
it sound like a
Yoshi.
normal occurrence.
It is.
Yoshi just
I-
kind of nods.
It is very normal, actually. Actually, if you want to take their heads, I'm sure they have a bounty on them, or at least take their leader's head.
I'm going to look at
Once
everybody.
again,
Like, I feel
looking
like
at the assassin.
The
He just shrugs. He's like, I mean, I grew up in New York, so.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
where
people?
is New York? I've never heard of that land. Is it a
Don't,
town?
Don't worry about it, kid. Nope. Don't worry about it.
All right. I'm not going to question my saviors, but that does seem. I mean, I was really just curious. But yeah, if you could move them. I mean, I recommend if you're going to make your way to the city, eventually. I mean, you could probably turn it in to my father, and he could retrieve the bounty if there is one on them. I've never seen them before, so I don't think they would have a very high bounty, but it is quite normal. I mean, if you're adventurers, are you new to adventuring?
Money's money.
Kind of. I mean, yeah, money is money. It wouldn't be the worst thing I've done for cash. So
he seems to be like very fixated on on like where you come from, because even though he's like kind of helping you move the bodies off the path and not helping you undress them, but helping you move the ones without armor off the path. He's like asking questions like, "Where are your clothing from?"
Oh god, I just realized I'm in a full Navy uniform.
And I just look down. Oh yeah, I'm in my school clothes fully.
I'm dressed as a pizza boy.
Where?
Oh my. She
Where are
just
you from? And
quietly takes
I'm
her
in
name tag off.
scrubs.
Mine's
I'm
from
in
a
veterinary scrubs.
mine's from a special academy.
oh, you must be from one of the from another country's, because I don't recognize that.
Yes,
We're
we can
adventuring.
say that. Yes.
Called Pizzazz Hut.
I'm a
Is that your order, Sir Knight?
Pizzazz Hut? Yes, exactly.
That's
oh my.
that's interesting.
It's
What
Italian.
are their tenets?
Yes,
What are their honorable code? I've actually always wanted to be a knight, so
To be ready at a moment's notice. And
be ready at a moment's notice. Okay, continue. What else?
to deliver justice to the worthy and guys. And so he's gonna think back to his notebook that he probably read so much about and stuff like that, and employee handbook, and be a great and honorable, and he's about to say employee knight.
Okay, deliver justice. Be a great and noble knight. There's normally a third one.
See, it kind of all mixes in with each other, and like Sir Pizzazz himself actually didn't know how to count, so he just kind of mixed them all together.
It's so
He was
your
illiterate, okay.
Your land must be one of the lower nations.
What do you mean by that?
Just
Yoshi just nods.
normally one of the nations that aren't fully brought into the empire are kind of what you would say third world countries. They don't
Yoshi
have
is
the highest
trying very hard not to
literacy rate, but normally their nobles do. So this Sir Pizzazz must have been quite the warrior to raise up, even not being a noble.
Yeah, exactly. Nail on the head. You guys have nails here, right?
Of course. Yes, sir. Nails.
In my
nails.
third world country, you know.
Oh.
Nails are not common, you see.
There's a
In
black.
this
See,
country,
there's a
at least.
blacksmith at my town that could show you how to make them. If you ever go back, you could bring your technology back. You can bring what you learn. We're burning daylight anyway. So now that the
Yes,
bodies
let's
are
get
over,
going.
did you want to remove the leader's head?
Yes, Yoshi has
Yeah.
absolutely taken the heads
Give
off
me
of
another
these
madness
guys.
check.
Is he doing this right here?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
I'm
is he-
helping.
I'm not
I
watching.
need to as well.
is
I'm
he-
not watching. I'm in the cart at this
I
point.
don't want to
All
watch.
right, ready?
I feel
Yeah.
like I'm failing.
Well, I can't quite see it because the light is so bright.
Mine's a 3.
A 3, a king. Okay, yeah, you are at a this is removing killing somebody is one thing. Removing a head is a straight up 10. So the fact is if Yoshi, if you had gotten anything above a face card, you were fucked. Besides getting a 10, I guess. But yeah, so you have one. Ashton has one. Hey, viewers, keep track of this because if they go nutso, they're gonna need to make new characters.
Oh yeah.
But anyways,
Ready at a moment's notice.
you guys, which one of you guys, as you load up into the cart and he kind of lashes the horses, not like obviously not like whoosh, get to work, more like yeah, kind of lash. The cart goes off. You're sitting amongst what looks to be some disfigured yams and apples that weren't as ripe as they should have been. Things definitely that wouldn't sell at a farmer's market are in the back of this cart. But which one of you guys are going to take the explorer's clothes? There's only 5 of them, so one of you won't.
It's protection from ranged attacks, so probably more of the people who'd want to be defending themselves.
I want one.
I think Yoshi and
Yoshi's not going
Ashton.
to take one.
Oh, really? Okay.
He's gonna let everyone else get them
Okay.
if they want them.
Okay.
Along this, what's up, Rain?
I was gonna take it for the team.
Oh,
so
okay. Along this
Yoshi
cart,
can have mine.
Yoshi, do you want it, or are you gonna or are you gonna just solid say no? I mean, you don't have to wear it. You can sell it. It is possible if you don't want to wear it.
He'll shrug. He'll be like, "All right, screw it," and
All right.
he'll take one of them.
Some of it is definitely it's definitely different putting on these clothing, especially because not all of them are gonna fit right. And so on some of you like some of you who have like a slighter frame or a more skinnier frame, these armors aren't really fitting, so you're gonna need to get them fitted at like a tailor or an armor shop.
How buff is Rain?
Question.
I mean, she's old.
I have wings. I don't know if
So
these
the
can-
wings are
if I
kind
put
of
that on.
yes, you could. The wings are kind of
Okay.
they're not gonna get in your way. Like you think like the wings kind of just ethereal their way through it.
Okay.
So
Because if Rain is bigger, she probably would fit in these clothes better than Ruben, and Ruben kind of likes his school outfit, so...
She is very slender.
Oh, is she okay? I'm very
kobolds
slender as well.
are Slender.
Yoshi's absolutely either gonna sell his or find some way to like cannibalize what he's wearing now and
Yeah, I
incorporate
guess I'll
it
just
into
sell
the
it.
gear.
I'll just probably sell it.
okay. So as you guys are like some of you are choosing not to put these on, and the rest of you guys are in, like I said, normal clothing. So the Ike is kind of just like focusing on driving, but he kind of leans back and goes, so I can't promise that you're gonna get a lot for that head for the bandit leader, but I'm sure he has a bounty somewhere, and my dad could figure out, he could talk to the Adventurers Guild in Crystal City. But so what were you all doing? Or were you walking to the Crystal City?
Yes.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry for taking
Yeah.
you the opposite direction.
Hey, it's okay. We kind of lost our way, and
We're gonna need
I mean,
supplies, so the
yeah,
nearest
we're gonna
town
need-
is best.
yeah.
Oh, where'd you travel from? Did you? It seems like you were. Well, if you got lost, I guess you wouldn't really know where you came from.
You probably haven't heard of it, but I was from a place called Canada, but very
Yeah.
small place.
I am studying
know
to be
of
a
it.
knight, and so I was looking around, but like every place you guys have said doesn't seem to match up where the maps has your land ever been you know what, not a lot is known about the eastern continent, so you probably came from there.
Yes, the eastern continents, probably.
Well, I
I kind of got lost.
I am mighty happy to show you around my village. Green Springs Village is actually a rather nice village, and having mighty adventurers from the eastern continent is definitely going to bring good luck to us. We greatly need it. Our rivers are starting to dry up. Our food isn't growing right. He kind of like nods to the apples and to the yams. It's like we're cursed, and the statue of the goddess that brings us great bounty and yield. She doesn't. Normally, the statue glows with a faint bit of light, showing us she's there and watching over, but lately, that glow has been fading, and my sister went out to find out why, but she hasn't come back in a few days. So, I know my father's very worried, but he forbade me from going to look for her, so maybe my father can work with you guys, since how you're obviously pretty strong to take on. Well, I guess there were 6 of you versus 5, but still, I'm not going to question your strengths. You were really...
Haven't count the crab.
Yeah,
yes.
That crab was absolutely horrifying.
Yeah.
Did you
Nora,
give him a
where
name?
did you get that
Sweet
crab?
boy.
Where did you get that crab, Nora?
I was taking care of him at my work, and I guess he got dragged along with me. Only he was not that big.
Like your phone.
Or
Like my phone. Speaking of, I pull it out. Right. Can I do like an intelligence competence test to like figure out this thing?
Sure.
'Cause it doesn't work the same.
I saw the pizza too with me.
Yep.
You have the pizza still.
Yes.
It's
Yoshi is
you have brought the
immediately
holy artifact of the Preza hut or whatever you called it.
I have a plus
Huzzah.
1.
You have a +1, a
Huzzah
7.
Hut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that. Is that the same suit as the intelligence?
Oh, I think it is.
Because then it gets
Intelligence
doubled.
Is spades, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it's
so
doubled.
Spades, so
So-
12.
A 12. Then
Or
yeah.
13 because
Yeah,
of plus
13.
1, so.
Then yeah, you definitely like you pull it out and you kind of scroll through it a little bit, and there's an the rest of your apps have this like cross over it, like it's been faded out and crossed out. But there is now one app on the center of your screen called True Hero, and you click into it, and it goes through an entire tutorial, like one of those video games of like guiding you through everything.
Boring. And I'm just like
But like
skipping through
every
some
time you go to
tutorial
skip,
stuff.
it starts the whole thing over again. And
Hey.
and eventually you just stop skipping and you just sit there and you go through it, and now you are fully understanding of what it does.
Okay, sweet.
But yeah, you know, at this time, you guys are resting in the cart as it's going, and it's going to take it's going to take about a day to get to Green Springs Village, and so currently right now you guys can take a short rest. So you take for a short rest, you take 10 of your cards and in your discard pile, and if you don't have 10, then you just put the whole, you know, up to, and you put it back into your vital energy deck and shuffle it in.
Nice.
Yes. Get all 5 of my cards.
Reshuffle my deck now.
Yep.
Let's get another combat encounter going.
We're on our way
You've
to
been on it.
Oh, did he say
Right.
what the name of this town was,
Yeah,
Pat?
he told you Green Springs Village.
Green Springs.
And the city that he was coming back from was called Crystal City.
Yes, and we're going away from Crystal City, but
Going away from Crystal City.
we're
and-
supposedly on our way there.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like, if we're supposed to find Krystalia, you know, Ashton will say, yeah, I think Crystal City is the way to be going.
So
But
What
we're
was
going the
that?
opposite direction. That
Well, I mean,
was...
Oh,
We have to
okay.
rest.
So what? As you're saying, you're looking for Krystalia out loud. I kind of just like, you know, I don't really mean to listen in at all, but I His card isn't very
Oh, you're
big.
fine. It's not
but-
like. Yeah, it's not like there's a lot of space here.
You're looking for the goddess Krystalia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know where she can be found?
In the heavens. She is the leader, the head of the order of gods. Why would she be in the mortal realm?
I look at Ashton. Should we really be telling her about, like,
I'm a
the
man.
current state of the gods? Or him?
It is, sir.
Trust me, when you see if you get to see my sister, you'll know what a woman is.
Ouch!
Also, ouch.
Also,
It's okay, Nora. You're gorgeous.
I don't want to sound very. How do you find religion? You know. How do you get to the heavens? Do you pray?
By dying?
How do we get to the heavens without dying?
Dying and living a good life. I don't. You could always go to a local church and pray, but only the high priests and bishops can communicate with any of the gods.
I wonder if this world has like a invisible border. You know, like
Is there a high priest in this village?
Yes, we have a high priest. Every village and every town has a high priest. Cities have a clergy. But the Grand Order of Krystalia of the 12 gods sends out priests to each town. It is part of our decree in the Empire.
Well, maybe we should have a chat with this priest once we get to town.
Why would you be looking for the Holy Mother?
We're trying to find religion
Well,
and heaven, where she stays.
like I said,
Oh, God, you guys just keep digging the hole deeper.
death is...
Oh, don't you want to go to heaven?
I do, but I don't want to go now. My life is
Well, I mean,
barely...
we're going
I
to
just...
your house right now.
I just became an adult at the beginning of this year.
Yoshi mutters
Wait,
under
didn't
his
you
breath
say
in
this-
Japanese.
this
All of
kid
you
looked
idiots
like a
need to
kid?
shut up.
He's 16. He's an adult, a full-grown man now. And he goes,
Gonna like give that to side eye and then like look at Rain. Like
everything's
that
gone
correctly?
quiet after I said that. What? Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm a very nosy person, and I like to ask
Sorry,
lots
where
of
we're
questions.
from, you wouldn't be considered an adult for another 2 years.
What are you eating? I hope it's not one of the bandits.
Yoshi is just like he's just muttered under his breath in Japanese.
I see. You
All
took
of you
one of the
idiots need to
apples.
shut up, and then he just like shoves a piece of pizza into his mouth.
Rain just like
we're
always is
stealing
eating
Ashton's
nuts.
pizza.
Ashton looks at him like, you stole one of the pieces of pizza.
Where the fuck did you get that? How did you even get that? This isn't for you.
he's an assassin.
I'm gonna tie that bitch up.
Like the whole thing, like he
What
just
is
holds
that?
it up, opens his mouth, and just like drops it in like fucking
Michelangelo's
Shaggy
it.
from
Fucking,
Scooby-Doo.
yeah.
No, Michelangelo, Teenage Mutant
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles. Yeah, that tracks.
As you guys are continuing to dig yourselves to this hole with this 16-year-old boy with Ike, who is just he's not stopping you, and he's continuing this hole digging by asking almost the right questions, as the inquisitive self he is. He has learned a lot about this land called Canada and New York and the Eastern Continent. And he's asked lots of questions about all sorts of things like that looks like a military uniform. What kind of military? So
Rain refuses to answer him. She will not.
I'm not talking either.
He likes looking around and sees that a few of you aren't
I'm
talking.
like
So
trying to hide in the back a little bit because
At this point, I've stopped
the gods
talking
say
about
that
him.
demons aren't very highly thought of. I
Ike
don't
doesn't
want to
seem
scare him or
bothered.
anything.
Ike does not seem bothered that there's a dark elf or a demon amongst you. Ike
Or a
definitely.
kobold. since
Well,
apparently
or an
so
angel.
is.
Some tribes,
too.
but the her race is quite common in this land, and same with the humans. But
I was gonna say literally the only 2 fucking humans in the cart aside
I
from
know.
him.
but yeah, no, he keeps poking and prodding until eventually no one says anything, and he kind of just goes quiet. But the day turns to night, pretty amazingly, as you can see off in the distance, the sun's setting in the west. As the stars seem to almost spark to life, there is this bright, like, aurora boreas that coasts through the sky, almost like a living creature. As it moves across the sky, it rounds the horizon and disappears, only for a few hours later to come back. As Ike pulls the cart off to the side into the forest a little bit and kind of covers it up with some bushes. Well, everyone, it's dangerous to travel at night. The monsters are quite active at night. So we should probably rest here. We'll be arriving if we leave early enough, before midday. So, do you all, you can help yourselves to any of the food in the cart. It's not sellable.
Except the pizza.
What's the
Except the
pizza?
pizza.
Is that a holy relic of yours? Is it an artifact you brought from your
It is.
order?
This
You could
heathen over here.
It's
just-
Yoshi has another slice of the pizza.
You fucking asshole!
Is it an
It's like,
edible
Ashton,
relic?
introduce this boy to pizza.
Is it a magical item?
He's gonna break off a piece and hand it to the kid.
He looks to Ashton. He looks at Ashton almost for approval. Sir, is this okay if I take part in a mere peasant like me taking part in a relic such as
At
this?
this point, Sir Pizzazz would be mad if I haven't offered you guys any.
He looks at it. There is so many vegetables on this.
It's supreme for sure.
As he just kind of like puts it in his mouth, and then that spark of wow, as like this is delicious.
I walk over.
Ooh, anime eyes. All
Yeah.
of a sudden.
As he's
I
like,
walk
"This is
over to the box
delicious."
and I'm like, Yoshi, you need to save me a slice, and I grab one.
It's a good thing this was
Yoshi
an extra
just
large.
very casually extends the middle finger.
And I slightly extend one back.
Do you mind if you save a piece to show our village's cook? They own our tavern. They're very good.
5, 6, 7, 8. Down.
I won't.
You guys, I know. I've eaten so much already of the. I could say the last piece because it's a large one, so 8 pieces.
If our tavern owner could replicate this would bring so much business to our town. To our village. We could probably grow it and it would help our small village become much more.
I'm sure
Hey,
we can get
Ashton,
a lot of.
how do you feel about managing a pizza place?
I mean, I'm sure Gerald of the tavern of the Weeping Tavern would definitely pay you for the recipe.
Does that make me a
and-
manager?
In honor of Pizzazz Kingdom, though, you should call it Pizza Hut, you know?
Oh, we lost someone.
Oh
Who'd
no,
we
we
lose?
just
Oh
lost
no!
The demonetizing already started.
The demonetization! Wah! Celine! Oh, she's
While
back.
that's
She's-
happening, I'm
she's
gonna
coming
go grab
back.
a slice of
There she
pizza.
is. She's back.
That
Oh,
sounds
you
so
bastard! Now I want pizza.
All right, so yeah, he kind of goes Pizza Hut. Well, I feel like that name has to be taken by somebody in Ashton's order.
Oh, of course, it's Sir Pizzazz himself.
How about, well, I'm not gonna,
You can always
Gar-
call it a pie.
a pie. No, we already have pies.
Is there a legendary leader from your his-
from our history? I mean, there's a lot. Well, our current king, King Reginald, he's a very valiant warrior that has saved many countries and brought them into the empire. We could call it a slice of Reginald.
I was more thinking Little Reggie's.
Little Reggie's.
Yes.
I've never. I kind of like
A
it.
little Reggie.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
it's a good name.
As you all kind of have a little bit of a
Fucking
giggle,
Rain is cackling like a
we
fucking hyena. At this point.
we pull away from the party, and as a fire is started, the party gets to rest. As eventually, sun rises, and Ike kind of wakes anyone who isn't already awake and says, "It's time to go. We gotta get going on the road if we want to make it there by noon."
Can I pull Ashton off to the side before we start traveling, where Ike can't hear us?
Sure.
Ashton, just until we figure more things out, maybe it's not good that we mention Krystalia and our role in all of this yet.
True. We did learn that she's in the heavens, though, which
Yes, that is a good thing, but
I guess.
But remember, Tsukiyomi
seem
did
pretty
tell you he
obvious.
was missing.
people don't
Tsukiyomi
know
did
that they're
say.
missing probably, and we just need to maybe gather some more information. So,
Oh. Wait. If she's missing, wouldn't the priest be able to tell that whenever we ask him?
maybe the priests are keeping it under wraps, and so Ike wouldn't know that. So let's not tell normal people, is all I'm saying.
Well,
Maybe talk to the priests about it.
Or they're.
How did you get over here, Rain?
Oh, did you guys like?
No,
go
you
off?
can please join this.
You can join us.
Yoshi's sitting
Oh.
perched in a tree branch.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking time. You get to stop more quietly.
Her tail just kind of flicks one of y'all in the head. Or the priesthood could be a part of it.
You think it's a cover-up?
What's a cover up? Says Ike.
I always think something's
Oh,
son of
Ike,
a bitch.
nothing.
I feel left
Let's
out
get
now.
going.
I thought we were
I'm
friends,
in
you
the
guys.
military. Most
Nothing.
everything is a cover up.
I thought we were friends, you guys. We shared little Reggie's.
That's adorable.
Yoshi hops down from the tree bench and pats him on the shoulder. He's like, "It's alright, it's just stuff from home." No, we're-
All right.
You wouldn't understand. We're a third world country, remember?
Okay.
You're
He-
too sophisticated.
you see him like
Yoshi just
slide a notebook back,
fingers
like
and points at
you see him
Ashton.
slide this like little packet of like parchment paper and like a charcoal pen back, like charcoal pencil back into his pocket.
Hold up, what's that?
Oh, it's my notepad.
Have you been taking notes?
Yeah.
On us?
Well,
Oh,
that's
that's
what
not
you guys
good.
been saying.
We're not.
It's
You guys are gonna
extremely-
do it, right?
It's extremely like fascinating. I want to learn everything from your land, especially if I'm gonna one day be a knight of like Ashton.
Do me a favor, there, Ike. Throw away that notebook
Please.
Why?
for your own safety.
Yoshi just
Yeah.
shrugged. He's like, "Come on, you guys. What's the worst that can happen?"
I don't know.
I mean, I've only been writing about the things I've heard about Canada, New York, and that it's obviously a very dangerous place if you're perfectly fine with removing people's heads, especially as cleanly as you did.
Canadians are kind of known for that.
And then
It
also
wasn't even a
about
Canadian.
about the Knight Order that Ashton belongs to. That's all I've written down.
My ancestors would have been disappointed in me if I couldn't clearly remove the heads. So.
I think it's all right if he keeps his notebook, guys. It's not a big
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I was
Maybe he'll write about me later on, in the future.
Well, I'm not a very good storyteller.
I think you could be. You're already taking notes, right?
Well, yeah, but I heard that taking notes is for the weak kind of storytellers.
Is it?
At least that's what the storyteller bard in the Weeping Tavern says. That
you make a great dungeon master.
a true storyteller just pulls things out their butts.
I mean, you need both sides
Sounds
of
like
things,
that
right?
storyteller that told you that pulled that out of their butt.
Well, to be honest, most of his stories I feel like are, but everybody seems to enjoy them at least.
You can do both. You can pull stuff out of your ass and you can take notes.
He's not talking about just storytelling.
I guess. Wait, what?
Jesus fuck.
Anyways, I feel like we're going down a road that I don't swing. So let's hop on the cart and get going. Matt's dying. I don't know if he's frozen or if he's just dying right there. Look at his image. He's definitely frozen.
He's frozen. But
1 second.
it did freeze in a great spot.
Yes, it did. Looked like he just like got stuck.
Oh, he's good.
back.
There he
Okay,
is.
cool.
All right. So as you guys continue on, it does not take as long of a trip to arrive in the entrance to the Green Springs village. It's a small little quaint town with what looks to be a few guard towers on on a few on the two entrances to this. It's surrounded by forests and a river cuts down the center. However, you can definitely tell the river has shrunk because you can see where the water level normally is, and then it's about 3 feet below that. It no longer there is a water wheel that once was in the river. It is barely being touched by the water at this point. The mill itself, it doesn't seem to be turning as fast. There's a small farm plot off in the distance where obviously, you know, the vegetables and fruits that he has were grown in. And then you can see several homes and this big, like, enclosed bridge that has, like, a nice, like, peaked roof, goes over the river, and there's a large manor placed around about the middle section of the other side of the river. There's a small fishing hut and a couple of shops.
Okay. I'm gonna immediately go to one of those shops. Oh, Pat, I should have done this earlier. Before I go to the shops, I'm gonna, like, clean any blood off of the armor that I got from this bandit. Make it look nice, and then I'm gonna try and sell it to one of these shopkeepers.
All right, there is a merchant selling thing. There's like a like how to do selling.
I'll be right.
Where is that at? Remember,
That should
everyone,
be
we are currently
right above page 77.
Right above page 77, you say?
Or on page 77 and below.
Selling created objects. Okay. Alright, so okay, I see what it is. Alright, yeah. So anyone else heading with him to the blacksmith shop to sell this?
Not right now, no.
Okay, so where are the rest? Are you the rest of you
I'm
guys
going.
going with? Okay, Ashton's going with Ruben. So are the rest of you guys going with Ike to see his father?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Very well.
Okay.
So we're gonna branch off to Ruben and Ashton. You push this. Obviously, is a blacksmith shop. You can see like a section that is somewhat of an open air blacksmith area where the forge is blazing, and you can see the anvil and a few currently being worked on items. But as you open the door, a little bell rings, ding ling ling, and a tall bald man with a very big beard, wearing what looks to be like a almost like no shirt but large like leather gloves and a leather apron, turns around at the counter. He's standing probably about a 6'2", has arms the size of like a tank round.
Okay, damn.
Hey,
Tough then.
how can I help you? Welcome to the store. Welcome to the shop.
I was
What are you looking for?
have this set of armor that
Speak up, boy. I'm a little deaf.
No, have this extra set of armor.
Don't
that
yell at me.
This-
I'm just messing with you, boy.
All right, I see. I have this extra set of armor that I would like to sell.
All right. Are you sure you don't want to wear it? You look as fragile as a leaf in fall.
We
I
killed
quite
bandits
like these
for it.
clothes, and I look at
That's
them.
good on you, boy. Bandits are quite the problem in this area. You must
Does that
be
add more
new
to it?
adventurers, because you definitely don't look, based on what you're wearing, like seasoned adventurers. What was that, boy? You were
We're
muted.
kind of new, yes.
What do you mean we don't look seasoned?
Well, first of all, you barely have any scars on you, and you barely have any muscle on you, and you just don't have the eyes of a seasoned adventurer.
I just killed a man yesterday. What do you mean I'm not seasoned? Like,
Yeah.
I can't grow facial hair, okay? I've been trying. I used
only a
lotion for
real,
it.
you know, if you willed it into existence. That's how I got this big one right here.
Ashton, we'll get there, okay, Ashton?
Anyways, you're
You just need a few
seasoned or
scars.
not seasoned, it doesn't matter to me. All the better. I can sell you quite good gear to get you started. And yes, I'll purchase that set of armor, even if it was from a filthy bandit.
How much would you be able to pay me for it?
30 copper.
30?
30
That
copper.
seems a little low. Would
Well,
you
it
be
was-
able to maybe...
It's not in great condition.
Right, but we tried to keep it in good condition, and as you can see, I cleaned it up. How about 40 copper?
Oh.
Can I do a competence test?
Yes, give me a social competence test.
Okay. Oh, it's a
difficulty
heart, so it's doubled, so
Yeah.
8
So
plus 4.
so going forward, make sure you wait till you hear the difficulty value before you flip.
Okay.
But yeah, you beat it. It was the difficult value was 6. Ugh. 40, I could do 40. Still,
Okay.
you know, as you hand it over, he hands you over the 40 copper. You see him kind of like check it, fix a few spots real quick as he's like still talking to you. So, you looking for any weapons, any better gear, any armor? I've got quite a bit of armor. As he walks over and you can see a wall of armor, and he takes down some normal clothing and puts up this armor and slaps a 70 copper price tag on it.
How much did we start off with? Was it the 50 like
50.
normal, or did we
It
come
was
with
50.
nothing?
No, you came with 50.
Okay.
Yep.
I
could even
think I'm
do-
good for now.
I
I
can
was
do
just came to
custom
sell
work.
my armor.
I can do custom work.
Oh.
I can blend some of what you're currently wearing. You look quite attached to it. Are you a diplomat, boy?
Partially. Would
You
you
must-
maybe... How expensive would it be to add maybe like shoulder pads out of leather, or like little shin guards into my suit?
Well, I can't promise that your clothing ain't gonna get wrecked based on the looks. As he like reaches out, kind of like grabs a little bit of it and kind of moves it between his fingers. This looks like a piece of paper could cut through this, but if you just want something to protect the shoulders, the shins, perhaps something to go probably over the heart, right? Vital areas.
Sure, yes.
I could possibly do an under armor if you would rather something like that.
How much would that be?
Well, it depends on the level of protection you want. Are you wanting mobility, something heavily protective, or something similar to what you brought me that's slightly protective, but not
I
anything?
don't have much with me, to be honest, so...
Tell me about yourself, boy. I work best when I know my customers.
I'm looking for something light. I move around and I stick on the back line a lot, so...
Now, what is your part to play in your party? What do you best do? You're a dark elf, and I'm
I
not
guess
being
I'm
racist here.
A support. I am able to buff my allies or help them out.
So you use buff magic. That's awesome. Not
Yes.
a lot of people in this area can use magic, and that's probably due to your dark elf lineage. Now, most dark elves I know are, well, talkers. Are you a talker, boy?
Oh, yes, I am.
Well, then you're gonna need to keep yourself in regal attire, something that gives you more credit to your words, something that shows that you know what you're speaking of, or at least your class is something to really be respected about. I'll have to work with the Weaver. Come back tomorrow. I'm sure I'll have something to offer you. What about you, boy?
All right, I'll check back in. And I step back.
You ready
Just
to
kinda
grow
looking
that
at
beard
things.
like a real man? A few nights in the forge will grow it.
I don't think you could show me.
A few nights in the forge will grow it. Trust me, being under that level of heat, it'll make any man grow hair on their chest and hair on their face.
In other places too, he says as he looks down.
Whoa, I'm not your father, boy. Let's not get into that. All right.
I mean, for starters, how about we maybe fit my armor a little bit better?
Do you want that?
Then it was kind of tall.
Based on your sword, your shield, you look like a heavy armor type. How about you sell me that armor and I sell you something a little bit better.
Okay.
Very well.
I have to work in the forge for it?
Yeah, no, boy.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't know if you're ready for that kind of work. Come back after a couple of months of adventuring, maybe a year, and then we'll talk. As he like you kind of remove it and put your old clothes on. He kind of looks at your old clothes. What in the fuck were you doing? What is this?
Well, I didn't give him my old clothes.
No, you were changing back into your old
clothes.
Yeah,
if you change it, yes.
It's like, were you a servant boy before this? Why are you wearing an apron?
I was a squire.
Your knight must have been into some really weird things.
Well, I mean, you don't feed your squires and knights have to eat. I bet you eat a lot, don't you?
Well, to pack on this much muscle, you have to. A lot of potatoes and meat. The cows fear me when I walk by.
They just moo in horror.
So I'll tell you what. I'll trade you that armor, and you give me 50 copper coins, and I'll give you this padded armor. It's much better than that explorer's armor. For your notes, it gives you resistance 1, damage from normal melee CTs, and a bonus a +2 bonus on tests to withstand cold environments.
You said 50 copper?
That armor and 50 copper.
That armor and 50 copper. I just want to try rolling here, so can I try a competence test?
Sure.
Try to talk him down.
To talk him down from this, because he is already somewhat giving you a deal in a way. Not really, because he's gonna obviously sell for 70 copper. It looks like he's gonna make about 20 copper from this deal.
I want 5 extra copper from this.
You want to keep 5 extra copper, so you want to give 45 instead of 50?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Give me a social competence test, difficulty value 4.
Okay, is he an honorable NPC? He seems very honorable.
He is an honorable NPC, and you can kind of you maybe think
I get
that
a +1.
some of, oh yeah, you definitely beat it. You definitely feel like some of that Tsukiyomi blessing is being played here.
You seem like an honorable man.
Well, I've never lied, cheated, or stolen in my life.
The amount of work I could do inside this armor, I won't doubt that, it would save a lot of lives, but I also need enough to feed myself and help the others. Do you think you could do 45 for this?
Oh, I don't want to overcharge a new adventurer. That's sometimes can be the difference between life and death. I don't know, I've grown to like you two. Yeah. I'll give you I'll take the 45 in this armor.
Why, thank you. What is your name again?
I am Barful. Barful Black. Yes, Barful Black, the blacksmith. Bar is in the bar, like where you get drinks, and full is in FULL, full from
in black,
drinks.
like is in the black.
And black
no,
is
yeah,
in blacksmith.
no.
Yep.
Is it a family name?
Well, Black is. Barful was, to be honest, I gave that name to myself. Not really, it was more like what I was called, and so I just kind of kept going with it.
Better just to accept the name, right?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the taverns when I was young, so. But I'm sure you two aren't the only of your adventuring party. You should make sure that they're well equipped with armor or gear. I also carry weapons and magical gear here. The magical gear might be a bit out of your price range, but do enough quests and kill enough beasts and keep slaying them bandits, and I'm sure you'll be able to afford any kind of gear. But be sure to come back. You know, I feel like we're building a bond. I may be a small-town blacksmith, but I put my heart and soul into everything I make.
Powerful Black, you're one NPC that I'll love forever.
What is an NPC, boy?
It's something that we say from the east.
From the Eastlands, yes.
So you're from the East Continent.
Yes.
Know that. Right?
That would. Well, I have heard much of the East Continent, and that would make sense why. You not really. Sorry, I didn't get your names. You know my name. What are your names?
I'm
Ruben.
And I am Ashton.
Well, nice to meet you, Ashton and Ruben. It would make sense that you're from the East Continent. Ruben, I'm not trying to be harmful to your race or anything, but out here right now, the reputation of Dark Elves have kind of diminished rapidly since the Dark Elves seem to be rather fixated on the crystalline towers. And they've switched back to being more of their aggressive, underhanded selves. Things were getting better. I don't know why they did, but they've become rather protective.
Keep that in mind. Thank you.
But one last question before we leave. Do you get a lot of people from the east out here, or is there anybody in the village from the east? Oh, perfect.
To be honest, you're probably the first people I've ever met. I've heard a lot of them because we've had, this land has had ambassadors. But still, you're very far from home.
So we won't have to worry about any kin from home coming out this way.
Well, I can't promise you that. I mean, the world's travel is something that cannot be halted by mere thoughts alone.
But it's not common, though.
No, I'm especially not here in this village. I could almost promise if you lived here your entire life, you might never see another Eastern continent again.
That's good to know. We're very special here, Ruben. How about we go find our other special people?
Yes.
And,
would you know where I could go to maybe get some general supplies like food, maybe potions, if that's the thing?
Yes. Nastali, from the general store down the road, she sells lots of different things like that.
Do you know where I can get potions?
Probably from the general store, to be honest. If the alchemist in the local area has put in the work they were supposed to, and they're not always the most reliable, but you still just go check.
I wonder if this world has like an inn route or something like that.
Inn route?
Skyrim reference, sorry.
What? I'm already wasting enough of your time. I'm not going to ask you more questions.
It's from the east, don't worry.
I've got to
leave you to your work.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
I've got a lot to smith. As you all
I'm gonna leave.
We're now going to move to the rest of the party.
Okay.
The rest of the party, you make it to that manor, and stepping out seems to be two butlers, one very old and one that seems to be around 15 years old. As the 15-year-old butler rushes over to help Ike off the cart and starts to unload the cart, he doesn't seem to pay you any mind or ask you any questions, though clearly on his face is some curiosity, but he clearly knows his place, and he does not ask. Ike helps this young man, and the older butler walks up to you all. And who are you? You must be travelers Sir Ike picked up along his way home? I hope you are not ruffians that have tricked him.
No, we actually saved him from some ruffians who wanted to kill him.
I see. Well, we are very much grateful for your assistance to Sir Ike. Please, if you wish to discuss possibly a reward for helping him return home safely, I'm sure our dear mayor and master of the home would love to speak with you. If not, I fully understand, and is there anything we can do to repay you to possibly make up for your trouble?
I'm a point to Yoshi. Gesture for the head.
Yoshi's gonna like do one of these numbers real quick. He's like, oh, yeah. We've got. I don't know if there was like a bounty on any bandits in the area, and he just kind of lifts up one of the heads.
I'm guessing
shows
it's
it
like
to
in a sack or some kind of this.
Yeah,
point.
like he holds up a sack that's obviously like dripping a little bit of blood, and he's like, but
the younger butler definitely looks a little shocked at that, and kind of is drawn back like, but he holds it back. The older man kind of, oh yes, well, if you are seeking help with retrieving a possible bounty, I can look into that for you. I will send a message to the Crystal City. Do haste. May I have the head? I promise it will return to you if there is no bounty.
I don't need it back if there's no bounty. You can just
Very
get
well.
rid of it.
He takes it. Well, it was good meeting you, and the young lad over there will guide you to the sorry, that's my fault. The young lad over there will guide you to the mayor if you wish to speak with him. I kind of speaks up. I definitely recommend you guys talk to Dad.
Yoshi just kind of looks at everyone else who's there, and he just kind of shrugs. He's like, I guess, yeah, okay.
Did this kid tell us he was the mayor's kid?
Yes.
I thought he just said he was a merchant's kid.
He
said a merchant's kid.
He said he was a farmer's kid. Well, I told you my dad could possibly help you find out if there's a bounty. Well, I guess I said the mayor. So.
Parents were...
Well, parent. My mother
farmers.
Passed away a long time ago.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's been some time. But, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, never really asked. I mean, I thought me saying that my dad could help you figure out if there was a bounty was good enough proof that he had some position. But that's neither here or there or back there. So let's go forward and see if you can get some help, or if you could help us, because again, my sister is still missing, and our town is still suffering, and we would really need a hero.
Yoshi looks at Clara, Rain, and Nora, and he's just like, okay.
I feel like fucking Myth just got attacked by something.
I got attacked by a spider.
Oh shit.
I don't know where it went.
Oh, he's gonna get you later.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, I know.
Your house now belongs to that thing. All right. So then let's head in. I'm sure Dad's in his office. But yeah. So he's like walking backwards. So yeah, what do you guys think about the village so far? Isn't it really nice?
Yeah.
It's charming, but does look like it could use some help.
Oh yeah. I mean, if our crops would grow normal and our river would return, then the village would be doing great. Thanks to Sir Ashton's little Reggies, we'll possibly get our name on the map. I do hope that they go and talk to the tavern owner. But that's not that word. Let's go talk to my father. As he brings you through the manor, it is not anything super special. Like, it definitely looks prettier on the outside and a lot more basic on the inside, but it's still a manor, right? In the real world, you guys, this would probably be about a $1.5 million house.
Damn.
And so, he guides you through into a door with, like, seems to be made out of, like, red mahogany. As he knocks on it, you hear, "Come in." As he opens the door, a rather fit old man with a bowler cap on, with a rather large handlebar mustache and a big, like, gray, black and white and kind of gray goatee. "How can I help you all?" my boys brought you in for some reason. Do you need assistance? Are you here carrying a message, or... Now, Dad, they killed a bunch of bandits and saved me. Oh, I see. So you're here for a reward, then. As he takes the baller cap off, and he is bald here with hair around here.
Oh.
So I see you've saved my boy, and you're here for repayment.
Not necessarily. Honestly, we'd probably rather know if there's anything we can do to help.
Well, definitely, there are plenty of things. I mean, I'm sure there are quests in the tavern on the board. There's, well, you'd have to be affiliated with the Adventurers Guild to truly take those. But if you're not
Your
affiliated...
son mentioned that your daughter is missing?
Yes, she is, for a few days. She's gone and she left into the woods, despite my rejection, to locate the shrine of the bounty giver, the mother of yields, and to see if there is something that has been done to the shrine and hopefully fix it. But she has not been seen for a few days. We don't have very many guards, but I was slowly putting together a unit of villagers who were willing to go. But if you were...
Can you give us directions to the shrine?
The priest would better be fit to give you directions.
Okay.
He is one of the only people who can visit it, and my daughter was in training to be the new local priest. But, yes. But if you
I'm
could...
guessing that's how she knew where it was?
Yes, that is. She has been there a few times. But it's only, supposedly according to the priest, it's only a day away. Walking. She should be back by now. So I worry that something has happened to her. Those woods lately have been growing more and more dangerous.
And your road as well, it seems.
Yes. I told him to take some of the guards, but Ike is a stubborn boy. He wishes to become a knight one day. And so he said that he could handle it on his own, and I insisted, and he slipped away from the guard detail I gave him. But if you will manage to bring my daughter back, I will pay you 20 silver coins. If you manage to solve why our shrine, well, why our bounty is become corrupted and our river drying up, and you solve that problem, or at least you find out why, I will add an additional 13 silver.
Did Tsukiyomi explain the currency system here?
He told you, well, not through voice, but he did kind of give you a brief, quick understanding of it. He told you it was similar to video games, such as your tabletop games of Dungeons & Dragons. 10 copper equals 1 silver, 10 silver equals 1 gold.
Okay.
And 10 gold equals 1 mithril.
I'm gonna just say right now, this is pretty fucking cheap.
Well, you could buy with just the 22 silver.
Not to put a
You could buy a rather expensive set of armor.
price on his daughter's head or whatever in the whole village.
I'm also gonna point out that
seem to have a whole lot.
that I could buy quite a bit of explosives ingredients with just a few silver, so...
But, I know it isn't much, but it's, without going into the funds of the taxes that we're supposed to give to the kingdom, to the empire, that is all I can offer currently. I am sure that I can reward you with something more. I just need time to locate, a good payment. But I promise, and I will put this in words in contract if you need, but I promise I will pay you, pay you more once I find out something I could possibly offer you. I am a minor lord. I only have so much.
I mean,
I think
I'm
that's
sure that
acceptable.
we could negotiate a little bit less of that compensation in exchange for a safe place to sleep, eat, any kind of like motions to himself, and like wash the bandit blood off.
Sadly, I cannot provide that currently. The tavern owner is under the Merchants Guild, which prohibits any lord from giving freebies. But, I could possibly use some of the silver that I would give you, ahead of time to give you that.
Yoshi's gonna look at everyone else to make sure that that's good, and he's not just. Yeah, I guess.
Very well. Then I guess we have a deal. Please, make haste. It is still fresh in the day. Make haste to speak to the priest. And be sure you ready yourselves. I know not what's in those woods or what is doing all of this. It may be dangerous, but I'm sure the likes of all of you, you have he looks to Yoshi, the eyes of killers and warriors. I'm sure all of you could handle yourselves well. You can kind of tell that he directly has not been looking at the demon in the room.
Oh, poor Nora.
But almost in a way of like he doesn't want to show any kind of like hate towards her, but or dislike or anything like that. Or
better ignore her.
It's pretty much like he doesn't want. He's a good noble. He knows where to look, when to look, and how to look, and he doesn't trust himself not to give us a slight in his eyes towards her. Demons are known for being able to catch those things rather quickly. And so he has just been keeping his gaze averted from her. But yes, please make haste. As I kind of pops his head back in. I can show you where the priest is. As if he's been listening the whole time.
Would you also happen to
thank
know
you.
where I could get gunpowder?
Maybe
Things for explosives?
maybe Nasali's General Goods has something like that. I could show you that. Well, we better hurry up because we're gonna be killing time, and we don't want that to happen to my sister, right?
Of course not.
All right, well then let's get going. As he kind of just marches out. And with that, we'll end tonight's episode. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to check out all that we have on the YouTube channel, on Spotify and other podcasting sites. Remember, we love you. Remember to check out our merch, our Ko-fi, our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok, and soon, thanks to
Patreon.
thanks to Kelly, our Patreon, once it gets up, because hopefully it'll be up by the time this episode comes out. If not, it is what it is. But yeah, remember, if you can't support us financially to help us make stories, the other way you can help us that is just as good and just as helpful is to tell people about us, because that brings our stories to new folks, which helps us tremendously every way which you look at it. So please share us. Share us all around. Share us with your friends, your family, your dog, your cat, your bird in the left corner. Your grandma. Grandpa. We don't want to forget Grandpa.
Definitely share this with your grandma.
Yeah, tell your grandma.
Share us with your nephew or niece who's deeply involved in anime. We love you. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.